This is the first scene of Poppy Playtime 5. The prototype, going over Catnap, and some other characters. And I'm gonna recreate this scene here inside Minecraft. It took a little while, but I think I managed to do it pretty good. But that was just the first one. We're gonna make 24 more scenes in this video. Right here in front of me, I've got all the scenes divided into groups. And we're gonna start with the group number 1. I already did first one, so we're moving on to number 2, which is where the prototype's hand shows up holding the Poppy box. I built the whole scene with everything I needed inside it, the characters and the Poppy box. And well, it turned out really nice. I like it a lot. The prototype's hand, it's already here, but it's just a placeholder. I'm gonna remove it later. Now, I'm gonna start by adding a camera like this. Then I'll add a replay here with the actual hand. And I'm gonna animate it. Okay, and that should be perfect. I just had to animate the fingers one by one. And this is how scene number 2 turned out.
Poppy, come back. Don't be afraid.
I can fix you.
No more games. No more lies.
Let's be scared together. Poppy? You?
Now that the first 2 are done, let's move on to number 3. This is where Giblet shows up for the first time. I built a map for scene number 3. For now, the environments are pretty simple. To make this scene, I'm gonna add Giblet right here. I'll hit the button to start recording with him. Then I'll walk forward. And when I replay it, Giblet's just gonna be standing here. The only thing I need to do is animate his arms to make it look like he's talking to the player. Now that Giblet's animation is done, I can hand her one more scene. And this is how scene number 3 turned out.
You're the one they've been talking about.
The scene is looking really good, but we're nowhere near done yet. Scene number 4 is with Love Braids, where she shows up sitting at a table having tea with her toys. The map for number 4 took a bit longer, since it's a little bigger. It's still not the biggest one we're gonna make in this video, but it's already starting to give me some work. Check out how it turned out. These are her toys right here. Looking at it like this, it might seem kind of unnecessary, but the truth is, in the trailer, the camera zooms in and around these areas, so you barely see any of the environment. I'm gonna do the same thing. Stop here, create a new camera, and add the replay, which is gonna be Love Braids' character. After that, I hit this button and start recording. Up here, just like always with her. And here, I'm gonna animate her, just like in the original trailer. I can move her a bit forward, since she's gonna show up kind of to the side. You won't see her full body, so it's not a big deal. Since it's gonna be at an angle kind of like this, I'm just gonna finish the animations here. I'll also animate her hair a bit, since it moves a little differently. And with the animation done, this is how scene number 4 turned out.
He's going to kill them all.
Another character scene finished is still a lot more characters to add. The other groups, I didn't really explain what they are. But group number 2 is first person scenes. You can see the first person hands, red and blue, etc. And group number 3 is just map scenes with no characters or first person view. I decided to split it like this because it's easier to understand. Since we're still in group number 1, let's move on to scene number 5 with the Wrongside Outmost creature. It's a creature from an experiment. For this Wrongside Outmost scene, I built 2 environments because this scene is gonna use both. Starting with this one, which is a lab. It has a robot and an operating chair. Alright, so let's start with the lab. For the scene where the Wrongside Outmost creature shows up, I'm gonna record here. It doesn't have any animation scenes, it's just gonna stay still. I'll place it around here. Yeah, it's inside the chair right now. Everything's kind of messed up, but if I go back into the scene, I can fix his position. I can easily rotate him and place him sitting on a chair, like he's part of an experiment. I'll adjust his arms too. Lower this one, tweak his head a bit, and the other arm. And then, it's just fixing the rest of the animations. In the original scene, he's kind of like this, on top of the chair. But there's a part where a guy in yellow shows up, like he's a hospital worker walking down a hospital hallway. And the scene that's gonna show up has the camera facing the ceiling, showing the light, like the classic hospital shot where the person's on a stretcher looking up while the lights rush by. So I'm gonna add this guy here. He's wearing a yellow hazmat suit. I'm gonna add the camera here and set up 2 keyframe points. One will be looking up at these lights behind me, and the other a bit further ahead, already showing the next light down the hallway. And when I hit play, the lights will pass by really fast, like I'm lying on that stretcher looking up like the classic hospital shot. And obviously, I'm also gonna place the guy in the yellow suit here, like he's holding the stretcher. I'll put him in the corner of the screen, since he's just gonna stay still. I think this works. He'll have his arms forward, holding it, taking the player to some kind of experiment. And now, scene number 5 is done too. I'll leave it here for you guys, so you can see kind of how it turned out.
This is our chance.
And And now let's move on to scene number 6. And check it out. This is the first scene where Kissy and Poppy shows up. Looking at it, they seem to be trapped behind some metal bars. I built the scene where Kissy and Poppy are trapped, like a really tiny cage. Yeah, it's super small because they're gonna be stuck in there. And the camera angle will show it like this. The bars with Poppy's face in the corner and Kissy's face over here. So there's not too much to show inside the cage. First, I'm gonna add Kissy Missy. And then I'm gonna come here. Let me find it and add Poppy. Now for the camera, I'm gonna set the angle to something close to the original with a pretty tight zoom on these bars. Then I can come in and place Kissy Missy exactly how she is in the trailer. Only her head shows up kind of from the left side. I just need to fix her angle. So she sits right in the corner. And then I grab Poppy and place her on the right side, a bit lower down. Now I'm gonna fix her position too. Perfect. I think this angle turned out really good. Just look at how the final scene looks with the lightning shaders and everything.
You're alive.
And now we're moving on to scene number 7. We are almost done with all the scenes in group 1, which are the character scenes. We've still got one more Lily scene, one with Wrongside, another Lily one, and one with Huggy. After that, we can finally move on to the first person scenes. And last, we'll do the map only scenes. Alright, scene number 7 is with Lily, where she throws a bunch of hair in her face. Here, you can see there's hair everywhere. So let's do it. The map for scene number 7 was one of the biggest so far. Not that it was hard, but I need a lot of space for her hair. Like I said, it's a pretty big environment, but not very detailed. So it's gonna be up here, and the camera will stay at this angle. She's gonna throw a ton of hair all over her face here, and we're gonna fall downwards. That's why the background here is black, so it doesn't show the fall. Just look at how much environment we've already built, dude. Alright, I'm gonna position myself here, create a new camera, set it to the right angle, add the replay, and place Lily exactly here. After that, I'm gonna animate her. Move her arms a bit through her hair, and also her head looking around. This first animation is pretty basic, but what comes next is this. I'm gonna add another Lily. This time, I'll only cut out her hair. Basically, I'm gonna stick it onto the screen and kept it kind of off to the side. Then I'll add another one again and place it on the other side. I kept doing this a few more times until I got a good hair swipe animation across the screen. Not gonna lie, I spent like 15 minutes just animating the hair. Even though the final scene looks simple, it was actually the most time consuming one so far. Her hair is pretty annoying to animate, but this is how it turned out. So let's move on to the scene number 8. This one is the one game's jump scares with the Wrongside Outmost creature. We're in a really dirty place out of nowhere. It jumps right at the screen. And then I built a really dirty environment with some little stalls. I'm not even sure if that's exactly what it's supposed to be. I tried to keep it faithful to the trailer. It's super messy with trash everywhere. Honestly, this is one of the best environments so far in my opinion. Drop a comment below telling me what you think because I actually like it a lot. There's a little stall here where I think a creature sleeps inside and there's trash all over the place. Alright, let's do the jump scare. For this, like always, I'm gonna create a camera here, but this time it's gonna be a moving one. I'll place it and switch it to path camera. Then I add the replay, put our Wrongside Outmost character here, set a keyframe, and first I move him into the position to jump, like looking down a bit, kinda get ready to jump. On the next keyframe, he actually jumps, raises his arms, and that's animation where he's about to jump straight to the screen. I just need to fix his arm real quick here. Stretch him a bit upward and push him slightly, like he's jumping. If we hit play, the first part of the animation is like this. He does a little jump, then I add him coming toward the camera, which is around here, but not too close, because I'm gonna adjust the camera later. So I can place him a bit sideways, stretch his arms out like he's grabbing the screen like this, and then I just add a few more animations of him moving around like he's biting the screen, just like a real jump scare, like you. And now I just need to position the second camera closer to him, so the jump scare actually hits. I'll bring it really close to the screen to make it more intense like that. I'll leave the result for you to see how this scene turned out. I think that was one of my favorites so far. The environment looks really good. So let's move on to scene number 9. And this one is also with Lily. This one's gonna be quick because I already have Lily's hair animation. So yeah, I'm just gonna reuse it. For this scene number 9, I don't even need to set up a replay because honestly, the environment is literally this one I just made. I built it in like under 10 seconds with you guys. Now I'm gonna go back to the early Lily scene with her hair, this one. And like I said before, I'm just gonna copy the animation. The camera only has a simple zoom. Literally just that. That's why the environment is so simple. And that's it. The scene is done. I said it was gonna be quick because I was reusing the stuff. So let's jump straight to the last character scene. Scene number 10 in group 1, where Huggy Wuggy shows up, and after that we finally move on to group number 2. For Huggy Wuggy scene, yeah, this one actually needs a more detailed environment. It's like a grassy simulation area with a manhole cover where it looks like he's crouched. So Huggy is gonna be right in this corner crouching down, and here we've got the manhole cover. So let's do it. Unlike Lily, I don't already have this animation. So I'm gonna build everything from scratch, starting with the camera. Then I add Huggy Wuggy's replay here. I just need to grab him. In this case, it's the injured version of him. He'll stay still for now. No animation yet. Then I hit the record button to start the recording. Since I already triggered the recording with him. At this moment, he's just standing there. But he's supposed to be crouched and then take a step forward. Yeah, there is no animation yet because I'm gonna create it after. Now I stopped the recording. Back in the mod, we've got this version I made, but I still to animate him more like kneeling. So for that, I rotate him here, pull his arm forward, bend the leg, and just keep adjusting his arms and the back part of his leg. That's basically the first animation. And then the second one is him kneeling, almost getting up. I pull this part here, and the other leg is way easier, since he's basically already down on his knee, just about to rise up. And when I hit play, the animation looked like this. He managed to stand up. I'll leave the final result for you guys, and that was the last scene of the group number 1. Now we can finally move on to group 2. Like I said, group number 2 is all the first person scenes where the hand shows up on the screen, the grab pack in this case. And the first one is in this environment here. It's like an abandoned place with Lily Love Braids posters around. So let's do it. This one is actually a way bigger environment. The biggest one I've made so far. And I think it turned out really good. And yeah, this was definitely the hardest environment up to this point. It's really big, especially up there. And it has a lot of detail. This fence section here, I didn't have any 3D models for it. So I built the whole thing out of tiny little blocks. So the entire fence is made of mini blocks. Unlike the scenes we've done so far where I create a camera, this one's first person, so I don't need to create a camera. I've got this grab pack here held like this. It looks just like the grab pack from Poppy Playtime, and I can come here and change the texture too. I've got all the grab packs from the game. So to record, all I need to do is switch the shaders to make the lighting darker. This darker lighting fits the game way better. Poppy Playtime is dark, right? It's a horror game. So I come here and hit the record button, and it instantly gives off a way cooler vibe. Way more like the actual game, more horror style. I already have the right grab pack for the scene. This one uses a red hand. Then I walk forward, look over the Lily's poster here, and keep going straight. Yeah, this whole map just for a 5-second scene. It is what it is, right? I'll leave the result here for you guys so you can see how it turned out. And now let's move on to the second scene of group number 2, which is also first person, but this time it has a machine in it. This one is an easier environment, so I don't need to show the replay for you guys. I'm just gonna build it real quick here. We place a blue wall, stretch it out to the side, and inside here is where the machine's gonna be. Since it's a static camera, let me do this here. There's a door. Now I just add the decorations inside, a machine on the side, some wires on the floor, and in the middle will be the main machine that we're gonna activate with the grab pack lever. Okay, so to make this machine, I use the modeling program Blockbench and created it there first. Done. I placed the machine here and it turned out really sick. Look at that. It looks just like the one from the game. Now to make the scene again, I'm gonna enable the shaders that give it more for the horror vibe. I'll grab the grab pack here, but not this exact one. This time, you're gonna use this one right here with the other hand. And now we kind of need to do a trick, because here's the thing, this grab pack doesn't actually work for real. Look, when I click, it just punches. The little hand doesn't shoot forward, but I need a hand to reach all the way over there. So to do that, I'm gonna duplicate it, come here and stretch out the hand that I want to move forward, pull it all the way over here, and now it finally looks like it's actually touching the spot it needs to hit. And then after that, I create another grab pack again and come here to edit this part one more time. Same thing with the other hand, the blue one. That way it will look like the grab pack actually works. But since it's a trailer, things don't really function for real. It's all just animation. So here's how it's gonna work. I'll be standing here, then I place the hand over here. After that, I switch grab packs and finally switch the grab pack again. I move my camera downward to make it look like I pulled the lever. When I pull it, I pause the recording, then come here to the machine, click edit, and manually move the lever myself. Yeah, surprisingly, none of this stuff is actually functional. I lower the lever manually, go back to where I was with the hand pulling down, and switch the grab pack back to normal. And in the final scene, it will look like I pulled the lever and the grab pack actually works. But in the reality, it doesn't work at all. Yeah, these are some pretty weird recording tricks. And scene number 2 from group 2 is then 2. I'll leave it playing for you guys so you can see how it turned out. It actually does a pretty good job of fooling the eye.
First to try and take out the prototype.
Alright, so guys, there's still a few scenes left in group 2. 8 in total. But the thing is, the video's already getting kind of long. So I'm just gonna build all this environment at once. I'll leave some time lapse showing how I made each one so we can speed this up. Now, with all the final environments done, I'm gonna record each of these first person scenes. I'm not gonna show them one by one because it's pretty repetitive. I just grab the grab bag, move around a bit, and that's it. Same process every time.
I can see you.
Everyone tries, you fail. But everyone has a weakness.
It's you. Bye.
environments only. No first person hands and no characters at all. I'll also leave a time lapse of me building those 4 scenes. All 4 will be shown on the screen. I decided to do it like this so the video doesn't get too long. So yeah.
We're not the first.
There